welcome to our week 2 practice video. This is about a 17 or 18 minute routine, and I'll start out with some bow exercises and then go through the practice examples from the lesson. Starting out, I'm going to start this seconds app here. We're going to start with our bow holds. So 30 seconds of bow holds. Hopefully we're getting a little faster at these. So we make that bunny face, eat the bow, look at the watch, tap the pinky on top, and then let go to make sure we've got it. Checking that that thumb is curled underneath. All right, next we're doing the up and down motion. So all the way up, all the way down. I know you can't see my wrist. My wrist is changing to this shape at the top and this shape at the bottom. So keep going up and down. Next up is window wipers. We're doing that forearm rotation here. You see that that's turning. We're keeping that thumb bent underneath, the pinky bent on top. Next, we're gonna relax and shake that out. So just take a little time, relax those fingers. If your pinky's a little bit stiff, stretch that a little bit. Next, we're gonna do that waving goodbye. So we're here in our bow hold and we're just gonna go down and then up. And I actually feel in my wrist right now, I feel some tension. So I'm really letting those tendons stretch out here. We're gonna do those pinky push-ups next. So pushing down with the pinky. The arm here is not moving, it's just the fingers. Next up is going to be circles on the ceiling. So in the same position, we're going to do that rotation, allowing that wrist to bend, and we're keeping the tip of the bow pointed at the ceiling. Turning back around, do the opposite direction. And then we'll have a little break right here. All right, shake that out. Next up, we've got swivels, which is that new exercise. So we'll set up the hand on the bow. Your other hand will be over here. And basically you're gonna push that tip out where your pinky's gonna curl up. Your index finger is gonna straighten out a little bit. And then you'll pull that tip in where the pinky ends up being straighter and your index finger wraps around. So basically you're swiveling. I'm just trying to show you a couple of different angles to go from being out here to in here. All right, next we're gonna do that elbow hinge. Finger goes in the elbow and we just open and close. Trying to keep that tip of the bow pointed in the same direction the whole time. Whew, this is a little tricky actually. I'm watching the, okay. Next we're gonna crawl up and down the bow. Here it's mostly letting the bow just fall through our fingers. And then we're gonna crawl back and you will find your own way with this. But I like to keep my thumb on the lower side so I can always be pulling up with my thumb. All right, now we're gonna relax and shake that out. Next up is the ant song. So we're gonna grab our violin and put that up in to play position. Right now the hand's gonna be on the violin. So we're not worrying about the fingers over here. We're just gonna do the ant song. I have about a minute and a half on this, so I'm just gonna kind of walk us through the steps. When you're doing your own practice, you can just practice it for a minute and a half or whatever. So here we are in our beautiful bow hold we just practiced. We're gonna set our bow, the middle of the bow, into the E string. So the middle of the bow is now in the middle between the fingerboard and the bridge. And then we will do that song. Each and every ant, digging in the dirt, going underground, ground. For each of these, I'm lifting my elbow up to the next string level during that moment of rest. So let's do that again. So the bow goes on the E string, the middle of the bow. All right, right, and then we'll do it again. Ready, go. Each and every ant, digging in the dirt, going underground, round. I'm trying to keep my arm level, my upper arm level at the same level as the bow. All right, next we're gonna do the D scale plucking. So here's where we're gonna use our plucking fingers, and we're gonna be walking up the D and the A strings. So just to review, we're gonna put the first finger on that E on your fingerboard map. I don't have a fingerboard map now, but it's gonna go on E. Second finger goes on F sharp. Third finger goes on G. So the second and third fingers end up being very close together, and the first finger is back there. All right, so starting out, we're gonna start on open D, so no fingers down. We're gonna start with D, first finger goes down, E, second finger goes down, third finger goes down. Now open A, first finger is on A, second finger on A, third finger on A. All right, we've just gone up. Now we're gonna go back down. So we're gonna start on that third finger on A, second finger, first finger, open A, and now carefully we'll set up those three fingers on the D string. All right, now three fingers on D. Lift off third finger, second finger on D, lift off second, so we have first finger on D, and then lift off for open D. Let's do that again. I won't explain quite so much. So do 1, 2, open D, ready, go. D, E, F sharp, G, open A, B, C sharp, D, D, C sharp, B, A, stack those fingers up, G, F sharp, E, D. All right, so now you've practiced your scale. The next thing we'll do is 10 minutes of practicing your Essential Elements book, pages 6 through 9. I'm gonna go through and demonstrate each one of these songs so you have that, but I would encourage you on your own to probably stop the YouTube video and just practice each one of these a few times on your own if you're feeling like you're struggling at all. So starting off, we'll do Let's Read G. We did this in the lesson. Okay, here's where we stack those fingers up again. So 1, 2, 3 fingers on the D string. We'll do Let's Read G. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, next we've got Let's Read F sharp. So we'll place 2 fingers down, and we are reading the rhythms here. Also notice that the F sharp is that lowest space on the treble clef staff. So here we go. Let's read F sharp. Ready, go. Let's do lift off. Notice this one has it's got those double dots at the end of it, which mean that we are going to repeat it. So I'm going to play this one straight through twice. All right, take a quick look. The notes are going to be changing between third finger and second finger. And one thing I want to say again is that anytime your third finger is down, second and first finger are also down. And anytime second finger is down, first finger is also down. So these lower fingers, like 1 and 2, they stay down for the most part. So if you can, try to make sure you're not like lifting first finger up while your third and second fingers are playing here. So number 12, lift off. 1, 2, ready, go. right, good. Let's go on to On the Trail, more third and second finger practice. Really, it's just your third finger lifting up and down here. Number 13, On the Trail. 1, 2, ready, go. Repeat. Going on, let's read E. This is your first finger on the D string, and the note lives on the bottom line of the treble clef staff. Here we are. Ready, go. All right. For the next one, the walking song, I'm going to be counting out loud the beats here. So we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I'm going to say that while I play, and I encourage you, if you can, to try to say them while you play as well. There might be some coordination involved, but do you can to follow along. There is a repeat in this one as well. So walking song, set up those 3 fingers. 1, 2, and ready, and go, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 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 and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. All right, we're going to skip these essential elements quiz. Going on to page 8, this is new. We didn't get to this in the lesson. So Hopscotch is another counting song. So get those fingers ready to go. There's no repeat in this one. So ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, going on, we've got Morning Dance. In this one, we will be going from between the third and the fourth notes, where we'll be lifting off both second and first finger. So we're going from 2 to 0. So watch out for that. All right, Morning Dance with repeat. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, actually I realized another tricky thing about that one is putting the 3 fingers down again after the open D. So I would spend some time with that one, making sure those fingers are all going in the same place that you've been practicing so far. All right, next, Rolling Along. This one is 2 lines long, so when you get done with the first line of music, you will go straight on to the second line of music. All right, Rolling Along. 1, 2, ready, go. Next, we've got Good King Wenceslas. And for this one, like we talked about, we're gonna put those 3 fingers down on the D string, but we may try to bring the hand a little bit more underneath. So I can't really see my video anymore because my book is on top of it, but the thumb may come a little bit underneath, the hand may come a little bit more this way, so that we can make this archway over the A string and the E string, so that when we start it, we can go from D3 to A0, and A0 will sound like this. So we'll do your best. If you need to lift your fingers up slightly, and slightly lift those fingers, just keep them really close. All right, good King Wenceslas. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, let's see here. Next, we've got the Seminole Chant. This has repeats and also has the counting, so we'll do both of those. This one involves lifting your 3rd finger and your 2nd finger off while leaving 1st finger down. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and... All right, and last one is Central Elements Quiz, Lightly Row. I guess this would be one if you were a student, you'd be learning this one on your own, but I'll play it with you for this time. The little bracket that goes from the 1st line down to the 2nd line, that means that you're gonna hold your 2nd finger down on the D string while you're playing open A. So, all right, and we will start off by preparing that 2nd finger on the D string, but making an archway over the A string so we can start on open A while 2nd finger is down or almost down on the D string. All right, Lightly Row. 1, 2, ready, go. All right, well, it looks like we got through this in about 19 minutes. You may need to do some more repetitions of each of those songs, I would imagine, but hopefully by next week, those will be feeling a little bit more easy and comfortable. All right, I'll see you next week.